Hello, I'm Neve Owens. Welcome to the Liberty A-League Highlights Show. A midweek instalment of the Big Blue on Australia Day opens the ALW round. It's 3v4 on the table and plenty on the line as Sydney FC travel to Amy Park to take on their old rival, Melbourne Victory. Teo Palazzeri and Leah Blaney are calling the derby.
Gabby Garton in goal. 23 and a half minutes into her comeback to the A-League Women's. High looping ball, the header from Rule, falls on the line and it's in. Did Abini get the last touch? Sydney FC take the lead. The congratulations coming for Abini. I think her touch might have been necessary to will Charlie Rule's header over the line. Either way, it's Sydney FC in front. Bobbling off the face, but able to bring it under control. And now Courtney Vine can take on Kayla Morrison here. The early pass is a good pass. Hawkesby, 2-0 Sydney. The goalkeeper was coming out, Hawkesby was coming in, and the ball ended up rolling agonisingly into the back of the net. Mackenzie Hawkesby doubles the Sky Blues lead.
And for me, Teo, I know it's a big call, but that's potentially team goal of the season. It started with the composure of the youngster of Talia Franco. She finds that second line with her distribution.
Yep, they're going to make a goalkeeping change. So it's not the comeback to the A-League Women's that Gabby Garton would have been hoping for. And Miranda Templeman, who did emerge with a 2-1 win away to Adelaide last Saturday, is going to be thrown in as a substitute for the second time this year. And you can see the emotions are quite full on for Gabby Garton here. It's a penalty. They get a chance to make it 3-0, and Sarah Hunter was able to win the foul and the spot kick.
I think definitely a foul, and just look at the strength of Madison Haley to roll Claudia Bunge there.
Will it be 3-0 to Sydney FC? Abini's penalty, saved by Templeman, and the follow-up is in from Abini. So even after the hard work of the goalkeeper, Princess Abini gets her double, and it's Sydney FC in a 3-0 lead. Tobin. Back to Franco. Has to be careful, Franco, caught in possession. Goal for Melbourne Victory. And Rika Madsen is able to open her A-League Women's account, and the Dane gives Victory hope. It's 3-1.
And very casual by the youngster there. I think she's obviously looking to play a shorter option where it's just a first-time clearance by Talia Franco in that moment.
Murphy, early ball, Madsen, looked like it might have been off the arm. Play continues, Beatty Goad breaking out into space on the left. Chidiac calls for it in the box. Goad twists in across, and it's 3-2! Leah Privitelli! She's done it before in the Big Blue against Sydney FC, and she does it here to give Victory real belief. The comeback is on. Who were enjoying this afternoon in the sun, maybe now not so much, and it comes Haley, and it's 4! Madison Haley gives Sydney FC a buffer to take into the rooms, and this goal fest shows no sign of letting up.
And again, excellent delivery by Mackenzie Hawkesby. She just hits it at an appropriate height that evades the Victory zonal positioned players. Hallie unmarked at that back post once again.
Well, the corners are proving absolutely lethal for Sydney FC. After Haley, who's in her own battle here against Bunge, the through ball, Courtney Vine turns on the afterburners, round the keeper, and rolls it into an empty net. Courtney Vine makes it 5-2 to Sydney FC, and that was sheer speed on show.
It was. It's Courtney Vine with space in behind that she can just accelerate and go 1v1 on that occasion. You see the quality of Madison Haley. She's able to hold the ball up and really just on the half turn, really good, well-weighted pass into the space for Vine.
Princess Abini. Courtney Vine. Able to step around Tatham, cuts it back. Abini for the hat-trick! 6 for Sydney and a hat-trick for Princess Abini.
And that's a fantastic decision by Courtney Vine to cut that ball back to a well-positioned Princess Abini who calmly just slots it in with composure.
Nat Tatham will not enjoy the replay of that. Courtney Vine able to step around, step over, and then the cutback to a totally unmarked Princess Abini. Leah, where was the victory defence? Vine with a burst of acceleration. The cutback's on, flashing through the penalty area. And the whistle goes for a penalty. Sounds like a handball. Miranda Templeman to make it 7. Saved by Templeman. Incredibly, Miranda Templeman has saved both penalties. Into the near post it swings, headed off the line. Eliadis is going to spin back around, shouts for handball against Holman, and penalty given. And Shea Holman, the youngster, frustrated as Melbourne Victory will go to the spot with a penalty of their own. Markovski can take this game out of the record books for Victory's heaviest defeat to Sydney FC. If she scores, and she does score. So it's 6-3. And the full-time whistle goes on a memorable afternoon for Sydney FC. It finishes Melbourne Victory 3, Sydney FC 6.
What a game it was, and what a performance on the road from Sydney FC. Let's head to the nation's capital now as Canberra United look to put last week's 5-0 thumping behind them and keep their finals hopes alive. Up against Western United, who are adjusting to life without US Women's National Team international Jess McDonald after her loan deal came to an end. Calling the game, Pakua Frimpong and Teresa Polias.
Sydney Cummings making her way forward. That ball's played out wide. Got Hannah Kane in the middle. Good run there by Angie Beard. And as we see, Danielle Steer knocked that into the back of the net. And 1-0 to Western United. That chance created out of nothing. And great run by Angie Beard out there to cross that in. And Danielle Steer gets her first goal in the competition.
It just seemed like Canberra were caught off guard there. They had a cross in and Danielle Steer just wanted it more. And Canberra sort of were just looking around in a way.
So that ball's laid forward for Adriana Taranto. Mel Taranto scores that, A great goal for Western United. And they make it 2-0 this afternoon. A great goal for Mel Taranto.
Once again, Canberra United caught off guard and not, coming to the party in terms of the battle there. An easy lay down there by Danielle Steer for Mel Taranto to finish it to the keeper's right. You're wanting to score early, in my view. You go out.
As that ball's given away to Hannah Keane, taking a shot early, and that ball's found the back of the net. And of course, Hannah Keane gets a score sheet, but it looks like that ball was just given away, and it just seems so. Cheng Shu makes her way forward, plays it to Michelle Heyman, takes a touch to her side. Michelle Heyman, and great save from Hilary Beale. She almost made it through that crowd. Mel Taranto plays that ball forward to Hannah Keane. Caught on the wrong side, but she's still got possession of it. It goes through the legs of Chloe Lincoln, and Hannah Keane gets her second of the afternoon. She got on the wrong side of Ellie Brush there and went straight through the legs of Chloe Lincoln.
Hannah Keane, one-on-one battle, unstoppable. What a finish.
And very impressive from Western United this afternoon. 4th shot on target, 4th goal. Corner, and that was played short. To Vlanic, plays it through, and Chloe Lincoln loses it, and it's gone in for a goal. Western United, that ball's been fumbled and not dealt with by Chloe Lincoln. And it's gone into the back of the net.
And a bit of a fumble there from Chloe Lincoln, lands straight at the feet of Sydney Cummings, and I'm not sure if it landed over the line.
Not quite sure if it did go over the line initially, but Sydney Cummings made sure it was in the back of the net. Angie Beard. It's got Carly Johnson short. She uses her, but great defensive work. But that ball's found its way back to Angie Beard with some really fancy footwork. Just cuts it across, dealt with by Chloe Lincoln. So that ball goes out for another corner. Really good pressure from Western United in these early moments of the second half. A strike there from Vesna Milivojevic, but safely into the hands of Hilary Beale, who was alert to it. Almost a perfect team performance. It's full time here at McKellar Park, and Western United comfortably dispatch of Canberra United, who are in all sorts, suffering their second 5-0 defeats in 2 weeks. And Canberra United 0, Western United 5.
Hot conditions delayed kick-off in Western Sydney's clash with the Newcastle Jets at Wanderers Football Park, with the home side looking to bounce back from last week's loss and straight back into the winner's circle. Calling the action is Taryn Heddo.
And Cass Davis, of course, the stat so remarkable every time I see it. 121 consecutive games. Cass Davis has this shot from distance. Well, it was bending from Ash Brodigan. Bloomer always looked like she had it covered, but for a moment, it looked like it wouldn't quite dip in an advantageous way. Maybe shooting range. Murphy Agnew does go herself. A bit too much juice on that free kick. Over the crossbar. All the way back again. And now wide. What can they find here, the Wanderers? Bethany Gordon squares it. Turn from Harding. Shot. Deflection and in. It's Olivia Price who has bundled the ball into the back of the net for the Wanderers. Well, it's a little bit scrappy, but they won't care. It's a goal for the women in red and black, and they go 1-0 up at home. Well, that's huge in the context of this game. Jets get back on the ball. Cass Davis launched back post. Plenty of bodies in the way. A shot high and wide, and it will be another Wanderers goal kick. Those little niggly opportunities, those little mistakes, but neither team really able to capitalise just yet on those errors. And now it's Newcastle who are away. They've got numbers forward. Apostolakis trying to keep pace, and over the top on the penalty spot, a golden opportunity for Newcastle. And you can see the frustration. That is the best opportunity of the game, and it fell to the feet of Ash Brodigan. Plays it into Lucy Johnson, so the Jets win the ball, but then Price. So industrious, Olivia Price. She'll get the ball back from Harding. Olivia Price on her left. Hit the post. So close from Price. Now Steinmetz on the follow-up. Requires a save from Georgie Worth. And that was almost spectacular from Price. That would have been a ripping goal, cutting inside on her left. Ball played long. Is Konjarski onside here? Flag stays down. Konjarski! Wonderful save from Bloomer. Konjarski with only a corner to her name. Full time at Wanderers Football Park. Western Sydney Wanderers come out victorious thanks to a first half Olivia Price goal.
Join us after the break as we conclude the highlights from the Liberty A-League. Welcome back to the Liberty A-League Highlight Show. Due to the chaos caused by the recent floods in New Zealand, with the Knicks' flight across the ditch cancelled, Brisbane Roar's clash with Wellington Phoenix was pushed back 24 hours to Sunday afternoon at AJ Kelly Park. Wellington is chasing back-to-back wins for the first time in their short history, while Brisbane look to stay in touch with the top four. Calling the game is Chris McPherson.
Moving Wellington Phoenix side around. A long ball headed on well in front of Connors. Connors gets the better of Mackenzie Barry. She's into the box. Shay Connors takes the shot and finds the back of the net to open the scoring. Individual brilliance by Shay Connors to open the scoring at AJ Kelly Park. Used the pace to get to the outside and finished well one-on-one with the keeper. Brisbane now under pressure. Hassett advancing. Trying to force an errant pass from the Roar. Instead, the ball out in front of Connors. A little nudge. Outside the box. Referee Kelly Jones has pulled out the red card for Kate Taylor, and the Wellington Phoenix will be down to 10 players. Twice in 3 weeks, a Wellington player has seen red. Gorry comes in, strikes it well, and what a strike. Beyond the reaching Brianna Edwards, she doubles the lead. Brisbane Roar 2, Wellington Phoenix 0. Connors through on goal, gets a shove from Taylor, and that was enough for her to receive a red card. And what a strike from long range, Michaela Foster. Stunned everyone, even her teammates. They weren't sure of the response, but from long range at the set piece, she gets the Wellington Phoenix on the score sheet. As Foster dispossessed. Riley, one-on-one with Barry, gets the ball out for Crummer. Crummer chips it towards the goals. Wisniewski on the goal line. What a clearance. Edwards retreating rapidly. Headed away by Barry. She'll concede the corner. You see India Page Riley here. All of her experience setting up Crummer. Tries to pop it under Edwards. Was stunning once. It would be miraculous twice. This time she just lofts it for teammates. A little too heavy. Handcuff dives. Rashard gets a little clip to it. A little bit of confusion from the Raw defence, but it's going to be a corner now. Advancing Chloe Knott. Picks that one off, but can't quite control her pass. Wisniewski out in front of Clegg. Clegg takes a strike and buries it from inside the 18-yard box. The 17-year-old superstar scores her second goal of her A-League career and levels us up at 2 goals all. What a strike, Emily Clegg. Will she go to the same spot again? Or will it potentially be Holly Palmer? No, it's Gorry. She hits the crossbar and then pushed across the face by Lynn. And Wellington breathe a sigh of relief, and parity remains. What can she come up with here? Crosses it back into the box. A little too heavy in the end, though. Wisniewski on the edge of the box takes a long-range shot and beats a diving handcuff. And Wellington Phoenix, against the odds, have taken the lead at AJ Kelly Park. What a strike by Grace Wisniewski from outside the box to give her side the lead for the first time today. The cross from Robertson, headed away by Rashard. Wisniewski wins out, winds up, and beats a diving handcuff. What a strike. Connors almost manages to get onto that one. Long-range strike, hits the woodwork. Cleared away in the end. Unconvincingly. Gorry goes wide. Cross back in. Dangerous into the box. Connors lurking there. Norrie takes a long-range strike. Again, the woodwork saves the Phoenix. Wisniewski clears it out of the box. Aisha Norrie, the captain, winds up. Millimetres away. Hits the underside of the bar. Gorry almost gets the rebound. Dangerous in the box here. A little jersey tug from Robertson. But it's a goal. They're all level now, the Brisbane Roar. Larissa Crummer with a deft strike from inside the 18-yard box to get them back on level pegging. Long into the box. Robertson finishes. Michaela Robertson. No, it's been scratched off. Apologies. We've come back. The flag has gone up late after the review. Late decision to scratch it off for offside, though. Robertson adjudged to be a step past. But is that the last we'll hear? Gomez. Clegg. Clegg with a long-range shot. Pushes it across the bar and wide to the left. And that will be the last we hear. And there you see Brisbane Roar 3, Wellington Phoenix 3.
Amy Park closes round 12 as Adelaide United, who only have 1 win in 6, take on Melbourne City on Sunday evening. A win for City will keep them within touching distance of Western United at the top of the table.
Floated forward towards Caitlin Torpey. She got herself in such a great position. And the shot let her down. They've revived it here through McKenna. And now Davidson. Slipping in Grosso. Chance to cross here. And she tries to go for goal off the crossbar. Well, what a way that would have been for Julie Grosso to score her first in the Liberty A-League. Burst free. Is this the moment for Adelaide United as Dorber on the right boot? And that's a good grab from Sally James, returning to the side for the first time in 3 matches. Bowen chimes in, Wilkinson, and now Grosso returning it to the Kiwi international. Walders nods it away only as far as Policina, driving it into the breadbasket of Annalee Grove, but Melbourne City are just warming to the task here at Amy Park. Fiona Wirtz bending it back across. And Holmes stabbing it for Fiona Wirtz. Good opportunity with time, couldn't hit the target. Grosso. Wilkinson again, waiting in the middle. Policina too. Rihanna Policina gets a deflection, and it's in for Melbourne City, and it was coming. The pressure was piling on the Reds, and the home team gets the reward, and they lead 1-0. Torpey. And this ricochet favours Grosso. And a good tip over the bar, was it, from Annalee Grove? Or has Grosso missed everything she has? Also Blissett on the left, and she uses Chelsea Blissett. Looking for the cross. Still not using it yet. And now she feeds Wilkinson. Well, that was the moment on a platter for her to equal Jess Fishlock's City record. And they make it 4 straight wins, Melbourne City against Adelaide United, and pile more pain on the Reds. Full time at Amy Park. Melbourne City 1, Adelaide United 0.
So City clinched the 3 points and remain just a couple of points shy of league leaders Western United, who still have a game in hand. Sydney sit third after that emphatic win over Melbourne Victory, as the top 3, followed by Victory, start to lengthen the gap to the chasing pack. The Wanderers' mid-season resurgence continues though, as Western Sydney work their way up the table. That's all we've got time for this week. We'll see you soon for more action from the Liberty A-League.